Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Waterworks Center on this beautiful, beautiful fall day. It's a little bit cooler today than when we dedicated the larger facility, but I don't guess we'll be doing any swimming today, William. But we're here today to recognize and thank a very special person who's been a huge community leader for us for a long, long time and has been an extraordinarily clear and dedicated voice to push for the creation of a facility such as this in the East Winston community. I think, Pastor, there's a section in Proverbs chapter 24 where King Solomon says, a righteous person falls down 7 times and gets back up. Well, this righteous woman, she didn't necessarily fall down, but she sure had the perseverance to stay focused on pushing for this project for many, many years. And we finally were able to include it in the 2014 bonds that were approved by the voters and then came to fruition here. So congratulations to you, Marva, and thank you for your sometimes not so quiet voice in pushing us to do the right thing here. So thank you, and we're going to dedicate a plaque today in her honor as recognition for her hard work. We'll now call on our council member from the East Ward, Councilmember Derwin Montgomery.
It is a great day, a beautiful day in the East Ward of the city of Winston-Salem. And it's not just a great day for the East Ward, but it's a great day for the city of Winston-Salem. When we think about how our priorities are set, how we continue to think about what projects come forward in our community, it's not a top-down approach to how that happens. Beyond popular belief, we do look to citizens to help direct how things happen. That's the way that government is supposed to work. And when we think about this facility here today, I remember early on when I came into office back in 2009, there was this young woman by the name of Marva Reid who began to talk to me about how we have had divestment in eastern parts of our community over the years, how as a kid growing up in this community, the many pools and recreation spaces that we had in this part of our city, but how over time they began to go away. How swimming pools became fields and how recreation facilities became areas where people didn't want to spend their time because whether they were not invested in properly or people didn't believe that they were to be safe. But as we began to work together with community, we had the opportunity through the vote of the citizens of Winston-Salem to bring back and to bring it back, in my opinion, Marva, better than it was before, a swimming and recreation facility for individuals in the eastern part of the city, but to create it as a destination to showcase that there are great things in the eastern part of the city of Winston-Salem. And I read an article yesterday in a publication that said that I give good speeches, but that's about all. But I want to say to those folks, we give good speeches and we build great parks. And we build great facilities that have an opportunity to bring people together. And I'll say this, that if you came to this facility during the summer, I say that this was probably one of the most diverse locations of recreation in the city of Winston-Salem. And that's what we're about, bringing people together from diverse backgrounds and settings. That's what this facility did. And by the impetus of Marva Reid pushing, prodding, and never allowing the council or me to forget that we needed to make this investment and that we needed to restore opportunities for people to swim in this community, because we never know what that child that comes to swim in a pool here will become, whether or not we'll be watching them on the Olympics one day because they had an opportunity to swim in their local community. And those are the type of investments that we made, and I am indebted to Ms. Marva Reid for, as the mayor said, of being a loud voice to make sure that the council never forgot of our need to invest in this part of our community. So today is a great day for the city of Winston-Salem. It's a great day that we honor the citizens' participation in helping us to make these type of facilities come to fruition. So again, thank you all for your support.
Thank you, council member. I also want to recognize our incoming council person from this ward. Welcome here, and we're glad to have you as well. Annette Scipio will be joining the City Council on November the 26th, I think it is, right there. So great to have you here. Our city manager and his staff is here, of course, and William Royster, who's the director of Parks and Recreation, is here as well, who has made this happen. So I certainly echo the council members' comments about Marva and the importance of this project and how it fits into the overall mosaic of the revitalization of this community here as we're continuing to try to develop affordable housing and other projects. Having recreational amenities certainly makes it a little easier. So at this point, I'm going to ask Marva Reid to come forward and to make some comments, and then we'll unveil the plaque. So Marva, come forward.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. This is such a great day. It's a beautiful day. It does feel like we can go swimming today, but yeah, but anyway, this is such an honor. It's such an honor that it feels like a huge legacy that our neighborhood association has began, and it seems as though it requires us to continue on to see how far we can take Winston Lake. And the purpose of us doing this was to bring the family unit back together, and also have activities that would empower our young kids and give our kids some creative juices in their minds and brains. We want to thank the Neighborhood Association, the ones that helped me get all of those petitions. I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Joe Walters. Where are you? There you are. Mr. Joe Walters, he was responsible for caravanning us to everything that the city had. Our seniors, we popped up everywhere, and we would not let them forget that we were important too here in the East Ward. We want to thank the 14th Street alumni. Can I get a holler? Yeah. The class of '69 at Atkins Senior High School, childhood friends and families, all of the East Ward Safe Coalition people. We want to thank you. We want to thank the mayor, the city council, and city staff. City manager, Mr. Lee Garrity, we want to thank you for spending those hours with us, explaining to us how those bonds would work and how they did work for us. We want to thank Councilman / House of Representative Montgomery for saying and looking me in my eyes when we were not in favor of the bonds. He asked us to trust him, and it came true. He is a man of his word. We see everything popping all over East Winston because of Councilman Montgomery, Councilman House of Representative Montgomery, and we want to thank him so much. So the bonds do work. Also, the last thing I want to say is, as you ride through here, you see other names on different things. I saw Virginia Newell and Alderman at the time. And so, just to give a little tip for a future project that I hope that I can see, or we can see, are interactive kiosks, which would tell the history of the champions in the East Ward and the city. And those of you who are filming, remember it was my idea. I want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Marva. She's already working on her next project. That's a good thing. Well, I'm going to invite Councilmember Montgomery and Ms. Reid. We'll go up and unveil the plaque up here.